first, you will feel inspired. Then you will feel disillusioned. Then you will feel resentment. In life, whether it's a spiritual teacher, financial wizard, or lover, there's going to be different people in life that initially inspire you. They breathe life back into your soul. They give you motivation to live your dreams again, or bring out something inside you you never knew you had, or that you forgot you had. Then that person will let you down. Sometimes just out of human flaw, or sometimes out of manipulation. You may come to realize that they manipulated you, whether financially or emotionally. And then that spirit of resentment takes hold of your soul. And I'm here to tell you, let it go. Let it go. Do not allow resentment to hold your soul. Your soul needs to be free. And forgiveness is that freedom. That being said, yes, you need to cut certain people off and you need to rebuke them, correct them, and speak up against them. And I always preach, never put anyone on a pedestal, including me or anybody else, a family member, friend, lover, financial advisor, pastor, nomadic teacher. No one, Bob Wells, anyway, no one goes on a pedestal. You take the good that you can get, you take that inspiration, and you leave out the bad. Because many times, the disillusion, the resentment comes from you're mad at yourself. You're mad at yourself that you let that person have such a high place in your life. You held them up so high. And when they let you down, it made you totally close out the world. It made you close out your own happiness. And that's why when you live a life of you don't put anyone on a pedestal, your parent, your pastor, you're the president, you don't put anybody on a pedestal. But at the same time, you don't live so cynical that you can't appreciate some good things with somebody that you don't like. Boundaries always, but my core message is that there is going to be many times in your life, and I've went through it with spiritual people, financial, etc. Many people in your life that initially they inspire you, man, just something, they did something for you, and it made you have encouragement again in life. I've been through that with a lover. Down in the dumps, you meet somebody, they bring out, oh my God, I never knew I'd feel this again. And then they let you down. You say, oh shit, did that person, were they always emotionally manipulating me? And then you resent that person. You hate that person. You feel like they you know what I mean? They fuck you. And really, you're mad at yourself a lot too, because you realize you put them too high of a pedestal. You know? And you blindly followed them without thinking for yourself. Sometimes, many times, some of these manipulators, they prey on the weak. And that's why I do believe that you should continue to speak up against it. You know, certainly speak up against it, because you're right to speak up against it. But I'm saying all that to follow up on a video I just did about top 3 like nomadic channels, and different comment. Everyone's right in the fact that certain people are manipulators, and you should speak up against them. But my message is, I don't want you to live a life of resentment. I want you to let go of any hatred in your heart, whether it's towards a nomadic guy on TV, whether it's towards a president, whether it's towards the Pope, whether it's towards a pastor. Speak up against them and add value to society, but don't hold on so tight to that disillusioned resentment that you forget to be you. I really want you to be free. I want to be free. And I speak to myself if nobody else wants to hear it. I want to be free. And I know the only way to be free is to let go of that shit. Continue like I do, speak up against it. But take what you can from it. If you can get inspiration from some things, maybe 90% of the shit's garbage, but if you can get 10% inspiration, then take it. And I'm just sharing my thoughts, all right? And it's important to me I wanted to expand a little bit more on what was on my soul. I want everyone out there to think for themselves. I want them to be themselves. I want them to speak up when they want to speak up and do whatever they want with their life. I don't want to tell anyone how to live. I'm just sharing. This is me sharing my soul and how I think and how I try to view life. And people who know me in real life, they always say that. Don't put anybody on a pedestal. Think for yourself. And I speak up when I see injustices, when I see people get manipulated. I speak up against it, not just on YouTube, in my real life. I always have. Now, I'm not perfect. That's what I'm saying. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm trying to just set the captives free. I'm trying to, I want you to be free. I want you to be the best you, and I want to be the best me. So it's important for me I shared that, and I hope you have a peaceful and positive rest of the day. Stay inspired.